Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is kind of like a sort of a catch-up week, should we say, because I'll be in America at this point doing some nice vlogs for you guys on some nice courses over there in California. If you checked my other ones before, in case you've missed them, I'll link them above. On my last trip I was over there, played some really lovely courses and had some good fun with some old friends. So it's kind of a bit of a catch-up in the respect that we've hit the 1,000 subs. I don't know whether you noticed, so thanks very much. I really do appreciate everybody subscribing. YouTube's changed just a little bit recently, so now subscriptions don't make any difference. Anything over 1,000, it's all about the watch time. So instead of saying like and subscribe, I'm going to say just let the video run to the end of its duration, because it's all about watch time now. So even if you think it's a bit boring and you've got nothing else better to do, leave it on till the end, and that will do me a favour, which would be very cool. So I thought I'd just do a very quick one. What's in my bag? I had Harut said, I think it was Harut said, why don't I do an in-depth kind of what's in my bag? And I should do, really, because I do have some pretty quirky things. I am actually going to do some reviews because I think they're quite interesting. I like to do them a little bit different as well, so it'd be a good challenge for me to get some good kit and do some reviews. But basically I'm still stuck on my Titleist 716 CB irons. I like them, there's no need to change them. They're a little bit worn. But to be honest with you, I've tried all the clubs, nothing much changed. They feel a bit weird, the new ones at the minute, but it's something you get used to. So the only real difference, and it's a bit of a pain for me, especially if I'm buying various types of construction clubs, is that I always have my 7-iron bent from the usual strong 28 degrees to 36 degrees. And then all my other clubs the same to match, which some people don't really know. So when they play with me and I only hit a 7-iron, you know, 165, they think it's a bit weird. But generally speaking, it's because it's pretty much the same loft as almost an 8 or 9-iron of the modern day clubs. I don't understand why people need to hit a 7-iron 210 yards. Because then when you filter it back and it goes back to 7 to 8 to 9 to wedge, then you've got this huge distance between your wedge, which you can fill up with gap wedges. I've never really wanted to do that. I always want to get back to a 54 degree, which is my 100-yard club, and then I have a 60, which fills the little chip shots. So that's the way I like to do it, rather than my wedge being so strong that I've then got to have 4 wedges. It's something that I've always done. It suits me. I've never really seen any need for super strong clubs. I don't really like the feel of them. Most of those modern clubs, I don't really like the way that they just fly so with no spin. So that kind of really does affect me in my mind, and also my clubs when I've hired them abroad and I've been in America, which I'll probably be doing this time. Those clubs are all very nice because you can hit a 5-iron 220 yards, but then when you get down to your wedges, there's this enormous gap left. Because if you're hitting your wedge 150, say, not everybody's going to do that, but if you hit your wedge 150, then really all my wedges are going to have to start from 150 yards in. So to fill that down to 70 yards, it's just too big a gap. I'd rather just take one more club later on in the irons and go from there. Great set of irons, the 716s. They're really nice. Titleists kind of look quite bladey. I've always played with blades, so even there's a little bit of weight there just to help a tiny bit, which kind of doesn't help me particularly. They're great clubs. If you're thinking of going out and buying a second-hand set of clubs, they're well reasonable now. Then when I get into my 4 and 5 iron, I go over on the TMB. 716s, great clubs. Enjoy playing with those. Then into the Ping crossover 3 iron, which I absolutely love. Another great club for everybody to use. Very, very easy to hit. I bought it specifically to fill a little gap there, and it did. Got the TaylorMade M2 Tour 3-wood, 15 degree, beautiful. Diameter shaft, lovely shaft, I like the shaft in that, but that's a great club, really like that one. And I then go up into the M1 older shape, 8.5, and that's the Tour one as well. You can see the Tour one by the little plus at the bottom there, just means it's been checked a little bit better than the other ones. Yeah, really like that club. My wedges, I've got the SM7 Vokeys, very nice. I've got that in a 60 and a 54, so really nice. Used Vokeys for years. I've had pretty much all the way up, to be honest with you. Let's go and pick these balls up. Nice day on the range today, actually. It's kind of like one of those sort of heavier days, but then the ground's so soft. It's so nice for striking divots through. So that's pretty much my bag. So yeah, I've got the driver and the 3-wood were new. I did a little video on that. I'll probably link that above. And I just kind of downgraded from the latest version to not the previous one, but the one before that. And just feels much better for me. I like the sound. I preferred the sound, and I liked that club when I had it before. So I thought I'd just go back to it with an upgraded shaft, which has made a little bit of difference, but I'm never really looking for distance with my driver or my 3-wood, to be honest. I hit them both pretty good and good enough to get around the courses that I play. It's quite nice to have a bit more flight through the winter, so I do consider refitting my shaft or maybe even having a slightly more higher degree on it. You can tweak it up on the head, but that never really does a lot, in my opinion, over the years. I'd rather go from an 8.5 to like a 10.5 through the winter when there's no carry. And so, yeah, I might switch it out a little bit then. All the rest of the time, that 8.5 does me pretty well, to be honest. It's been quite a nice change. I didn't like the previous one at all. The wedges are the wedges, so they're just something that I've always used. I've always got on with the tightest ones. They look good to my eye. Spins, if I'm really honest, like the spin rates between them all are very, very minimal. Once there's a little bit of wear there, you know, if you get a brand new one out and kind of get it on a TrackMan, yeah, you'll probably get a little bit more spin out of a brand new one. But they all sort of go down to what you want is consistency. I mean, if there's not a whole load of spin on it, you just want that every time. You don't want one screwing back off the green and the next one not. So just being kind of comfortable and feeling right and looking right for you, that's the main thing. And the sort of feel and sound is the most important thing, because that's why we play golf. We love the feel of it. We like it when we flush those shots. So you know, the idea of getting something that's not really going to feel or sound very good, it's not a great idea. Not in my bag anyways. So there you go, guys. Hopefully that wasn't too boring. I'm not a big fan of what's in the bags, but if you're interested to know, then there we go. I might do some change outs over the next couple of months, looking probably to replace my irons at some point, because the grooves are getting very worn out. So all being well, I'm going to look at something else. I might go tightest again, we'll see. So there we go. Looking forward to seeing you guys next week, and thanks once again for watching. If you want to see Maddie's what's in the bag, I'll link it at the end. Bit of a laugh.
What's in your bag? Okay. There's a lot of stuff in this bag. Okay, we've got some hats. Jameson whiskey. It's got some crap in here. Malibu, Pina Colada. Pinot Grigio, my choice of drink. We run a well-stocked bag, as you can tell. Gin and tonic. I feel like I'm going through his internet history doing this.
How are you getting on?
Yeah, I cleaned your bag out, yeah.
What's all that stuff doing on the floor?
Well, you said what's in the bag. Go through the bag.
What's in the bag? No,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like, you know, like my golf clubs and what drivers I'm using. Have you not watched any YouTube?
Oh.
Yeah, Rick Shields and that. You know those guys, they do it, what's in the bag, and then you see it's like irons and stuff. You've just emptied my bag.
Well, it needed a clean out, to be honest. I mean, look at it, it's a mess.